Mining Job Hunt video. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we're going to do another collection for the sponsors mining jobs to apply for page on their website. So we collect all the jobs from around the country and we load them up every week that we think you should be applying for. You can see the videos on the YouTube channel, so there's one from last week, but you can also come over to the sponsors website and go onto the video blogs, and you can have a look at all the ones that I've done over the last few months. And it can be a good thing to have a look back through these videos because you'll see the pattern of jobs coming up, so it'll give you a good idea of who's constantly having to employ and who you can target once you've done the sponsors training. So let's jump over to Seek and type underground in and have a look. And underground operators, orange, multiple positions available. Jumbo operator, service crew, shot firers. So that's not entry level, so we'll leave that one. Entry level underground, Kalgoorlie, Northern Star. So Northern Star are the people that have bought KCGM in Kalgoorlie. They've got a number of underground mines as well as a super pit there now, so they've got lots of work going on. So they're a good mob to get on with, and they've taken lots of people from the training before as well. So burn cut, WA, truck drivers. Now all these jobs, they all would prefer experience, but when they say stuff like prefer, what they're really talking about is they want people that know how their mine works. So if you can pitch up knowing how the mine works, then you've actually got something to offer them. So there's a nipper's job here as well with burn cut. And as you can see, it's the wind up to Christmas, or snatch it season as we refer to it. The job ads haven't decreased, they've actually increased. And you'll see that coming through. And so this is core staff again. And they're looking for dump truck operators, grader, yeah, they're looking for everybody again. So they're still looking for people in Broken Hill. Underground store truck, Cobar. So that will be a way in for people if they want it, and then they're in the area. Underground store truck, trade assistant, underground mining equipment, that is different. Nipper's job, burn cut. So the last nipper's job that we did was for WA for burn cut. This is a nipper's job for Queensland for burn cut. And you'll probably find that it's two different HR departments dealing, or same HR department but two separate areas of the HR department dealing with it. You need to apply for all the mines individually. So underground miners, so is this a crew ad? Jumbo offsiding. They want previous experience. It's a service crew role. No, it's nipper as well. Secondary drummer experience. So that's a service crew role. I'm going to put that up there anyway, because I'm not sure whether they're going to get somebody for that. Niche. Nipper and truck drivers, private ad. Shot creators. Entry level offsider, Aston Advantage. that in the exploration column. Shotcrete operators, underground operators, Blue Mountains. Let's have a look and see what operators they want. So everybody, okay, so Nipper truck service crew prep. So this is one that we would put in. The other one was for more senior members of crew. This is the other half of the job ad, and this is looking for the junior members of crew. And this is going to be entry level. They're not going to want entry level people. They're going to want experience, but they're just not going to have access to them, because at the moment, anybody that has got 12 months truck driving experience wants to jump onto service crew. They don't want to jump sideways. They want to jump up the ladder. And it's the same for everybody else in the system. Everybody wants to go up because there's just so many jobs around at the moment. So an Agi job. Charger. Bogger Ops in Africa, so that's an overseas job. That's people that own Barminco. Tasmania, jumbo operator. You can see the jobs are starting to ramp up in Tasmania as some of these nickel and the base metal mines open up, which is good for everybody. They're looking for, put that one in for WA, so the other one was for New South Wales, this one's for WA. Agi operators and all-rounders in Tasmania. You can see that I've been putting a lot of Agi jobs up lately, and it's not because they've got so many Agi drivers, or they've got so many more Agi trucks coming online. They just go through a lot of drivers. They pick people up that know how to use an Agi. Knowing how to use the Agi is the easy bit. It's learning how the mine works is the hard bit, and that's why they go through so many people. It's really, with the Agi driver jobs, if you're just coming into it green with only knowing how to batch up and, do the Agi, knowing how the Agi truck works, then, you're probably setting yourself up for failure, because they really are throwing you in the deep end. You've got to pick it up really quickly, because you're going to be all over the mine, and a lot of people don't. And that's why you see all the Agi driving jobs come up continuously, because they just pour through people, unfortunately. So it's twin boom jumbo operator, Aries, underground manager, Agi operator, evolution in Cairns. And again, same thing. Raised bore offsider, pry bar. There's a mountain of jobs this week, because everybody's getting them out there, because people are quitting left, right and centre, because snatch it season is in full swing. Heavy duty, mine driver, apprentice, underground shift electrician, that's what I was looking for. Their entry-level campaign again. So this, we only put this ad up a couple of weeks ago, and they're running it again because they've got a lot of sites and they're just pouring people through. And in the middle of all that, they've run some experienced truck driving ads as well. But this is just to show you that you've got to go through all the pages. Is that this is on, what page are we on at the moment? I think we're on page, I went the wrong way, sorry. We're on page 5. So you would have thought that this would be more towards the page 1, with it being an entry-level job, but it's not, unfortunately. It is where it is. So you just need to make sure that you go through it all, just to make sure that you get where it all is. So, where are we again here? Yep, so underground grader operator as well. I'll grab that one. I talked about what you can do if you're a grader operator and you want to go underground in the last job video that I did last week. So you can go back and have a look at that if you want to. Barminco entry level, yep, all rounder, shift supervisor. It's a crusher operator, so that's on the mill, so we'll put that in as a mill job. Shout out to all the engineers and the graduate engineers that are graduating. Obviously, there's not a lot of those jobs available, or not a lot of job ads for that around this time of year, because everybody's on site doing it at the moment. So you just need to be aware and get your ducks in a row well and truly before Christmas comes around, so you can get your grad roll up and running. I'm sure in the new year there'll be lots of grad rolls coming up. So if you're graduating this year, keep your eye out for them. Truck roll. Yep, so that's an underground truck roll. We saw a jumbo operator roll with that before, so that's a truck roll with it all. Underground electrician, jumbo operator in Africa, fitter, all-round operator, trainer, fitter, Diamond Drillers and Offsiders. We'll go that one. Diesel fitters, so page 8. Diamond drillers, production engineer, drill and blast, tyre fitter, mining supervisor, drillers offsider. We'll grab that one, it's a surface job. Coal operator, service crew, open cart, again Africa, fitters this time, trainee, so it looks like a surface charge up job. So we'll put that down in exploration, because that's a good one that people can have a look at. Expressions of engineers, service person, leading hand fitter to number 10. As you can see, there's not a lot of mill jobs happening or engineering jobs happening, but there are a lot of hard rock underground mining jobs happening because there's the big turnover. I'm out with the animals again, so sorry if you can hear any noise. West core drilling, surface offsiding, no experience necessary, and they just motor through people. Just the best advice I can give you is just to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into when you go and jump into one of these mining jobs. And the best way of doing that is just to do some educate yourself. You can use the sponsors training to do it, or if you're doing a drillers offsiders on the surface, you can have a look around the internet. There's quite a bit of information around that you can suss out about it all. But yeah, it's not for everybody. It's pretty full on, and yeah, we get a lot of people that come through that give us a call after they've done a few weeks of it, wanting a different option. And yeah, some people don't realise that they can get trapped into those jobs, because if you quit your mining job in the first 6 months, then you're going to find it really hard to get another one, unfortunately, because there's an unwritten rule amongst the bosses, especially the hard rock underground bosses, that if the person's failed in the first 6 months, then they're not going to make it if you hire them a second time. So a lot of people do that. So there's one of those trainee pit jobs that are rare as hen's teeth at the moment. So I'm going to put that down in the exploration, and we can post that on social media for people to have a look at. But yeah, those, if you want a surface job, then you really should be heading to a place like Kalgoorlie, because they're the only places that I know of that are taking people on. You can try your luck applying for BHP or Rio or one of those big iron ore or coal mining companies, but they don't pay a real lot with the traineeships, and a lot of them are only for 12 months only, and then you're sort of left with what's going to happen after that. And you know, with iron ore, you know, you're jumping into an industry as a truck driver where they're trying to get rid of all their truck drivers. So you know, you can the writing's on the wall, as they say, you know. And if you're going to get into that area of the industry, you know, you need to not be surprised if you're not going to have a job in, you know, sort of 2 to 3 years time, because that's just the way it's going, unfortunately. It's all about knowing what you're getting yourself into. Alright, I think we're going to call this and make this the last page. There's a fair few underground jobs on, but there's not that many surface or offsiding or mill jobs at the moment. I think those, you know, they're not trying to recruit at this time of year because they're just closed up shop, and they're going to start recruiting in the new year. But the production mining side of things, it never stops. It always keeps going. And so they always need people. So where do they need people? Well, they need people all over the country. We've done a few jobs in Tasmania on this video, and in Queensland as well, and WA, but there's jobs in New South Wales here in the centre. There's jobs up here in Queensland. There's jobs in South Australia, Northern Territory. You've got Savannahs and Tanamide that fly and fly out of Darwin, and you've got bucket loads of work over here in Perth that's fly and fly out of Perth or around Kalgoorlie. And like I say in most of the videos now, if you really want a job and you want to get into the mining industry and you want to turn it into a long-term career, then the best advice I can give you is to do the sponsors DIY package, the $495 one, make the changes to your resume, and then head for a mining town. You can either head for Mount Isa or you can head for Kalgoorlie. I personally would head for Kalgoorlie because Kalgoorlie's bigger than Mount Isa and there's a lot more opportunity around Kalgoorlie. But if you're already in Queensland or New South Wales and it's easier to get up there, you know, we've had people get in contact with us just lately that have been offered jobs up there and are starting in the new year around Mount Isa. So well done to all those people. And yeah, if you want a mining job, that's the best way to go about it, is to go where the jobs are and give the employers what they want. So I hope you found that information helpful in this job hunt video, and as always I will post the jobs in the community section of the YouTube channel, and I'll post it around the Facebook pages. But if you could share the video around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.